In this video, we are going to talk about how do you go about integrating Hadoop with an ETL tool like Pentaho. So let's first understand this. So we have our Hadoop cluster. And what we really want is on our Windows or Mac, we'll have Pentaho, which is an ETL tool installed, and we should be able to connect to Hadoop cluster. Pentaho has done incredible job at documenting the entire part, and it's available at this URL. What we see is how do you configure Pentaho with different versions of Hadoop, how to load data into HDFS, how to load data into Hive, HBase. So this is an entire documentation available with some 40 hands-on exercises which could be tried and tested. In this video, we are going to just look at the first integration. Once you understand the integration, rest is simply following this URL, which has complete set of hands-on exercises. These hands-on exercises are fairly detailed and may take good 2 days for everyone to complete. So let's get going. Let's start talking about integration of Pentaho with Hadoop. So the first thing that we need is to ensure that our Hadoop is up and running. We have to get the IP address, and we should ensure that the firewall is off. So let's first look at if Hadoop is 100% up or running. What we right now should be seeing is that name node should be up and data node should be up, which is up. We see that there is a temp directory. Let's make temp directory writable by everybody. So the temp directory is completely writable. The next thing we should be doing is disabling the firewall on this particular machine. So that you can connect. The next thing we should do is get the IP address of this machine and ensure that we are able to ping it from outside. So we are able to access this particular machine. That is good for us. The next thing we need to do now is basically start Pentaho and work towards integration of Pentaho with Hadoop. Pentaho is already bundled in the training bundle given to you, and it's with the name PDI in the additional softwares list. The additional softwares list, you will have PDI Community Edition. You can unzip that, and what you get is a data integration folder. If you are on Mac, you are supposed to run a file called as spoon.command. If you are on Windows, you will be running a file called as spoon.batch. Make sure Java is installed on your machine. Before you run this, what we need to ensure is that Pentaho is configured to run with Cloudera Hadoop. And to do that, visit plugins. Within plugins, go to Pentaho Big Data plugin. And in the plugin.properties file, open this with Notepad or WordPad. You should ensure that Pentaho is configured with CDH53, that is CDH 5.3. So the next thing we do is launch Pentaho. Once we launch Pentaho, we see a UI like this. Click on jobs and say start a new job. Now before you start a new job, click on the view and configure your Hadoop cluster. What you should ensure is that the IP address is correct. So our IP address is 191. So right click on Hadoop clusters, create a new cluster and make sure that the IP address is correct. So what we've successfully done is we have informed Pentaho how to connect to the Hadoop. It's time to now write a very simple job. In this job, we will take a file from desktop of Mac and we will dump into HDFS. Once that connectivity is set up, it's matter of just following all these instructions and doing these hands-on. So you start with start and in big data, drag and drop Hadoop copy files and connect these entities. Double click on Hadoop copy files, and what we are going to inform Hadoop is from local file system, we would like to take a file from desktop. Let's say a screenshot, and we would like to dump it to HDFS. Now the way to validate if this works is when you click on this, we should be able to see HDFS. We are right now seeing how HDFS looks. Currently we have HDFS, user, Hive, training history and the where folder. We will dump this screenshot in the temp folder. We will dump this screenshot in the temp folder. Once we configure our source file and the destination where we want to dump it, we can simply execute this job. We can simply execute this job. We'll first save it. And the job starts right now. The job runs and it's successfully completed. We can go to HDFS, and when we visualize temp folder, we will be able to see the screenshot. We will be able to see the screenshot. This is how you connect Hadoop to an ETL tool like Pentaho. It's as simple as taking any tool, giving the connection string, and making sure that you connect. This process would nearly remain same for all other ETL tools also. And for more labs, there is an entire set of 40 hands-on exercises on pentaho.com, and this could be done one by one. It should take good 20 hours to complete this entire hands-on exercises, and all the documentation is here. So this brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for watching this video.